In today's video, I will share a trading robot for gold that I have been using on M5 chart. I will show you all of the indicators behind the robot so you will know what the strategy is or when the robot will buy and sell. And as well, at the end of the video, I will share with you from where you can download the robot for free so you can test it yourself. And as I always suggest, try it first on a virtual account, a demo account, so you're not risking real money. And remember that this is not a financial advice. Everything I show in this video is for educational purposes only. So it is your personal decision if you will be using this strategy with real money. So the entry rule for this strategy is with the IDX indicator, which is very popular. I have it right over here on my MetaTrader platform, but I will right click and I will remove it so I can show you from where you can add it. You need to go to insert indicators. Here it is, insert indicators, and the IDX is a trend indicator, or it is known as the average directional movement index. And you can see that there is a period. I will stick to period of 9 and I will click on OK. Now the indicator is displayed below the chart and you can see that there are 3 lines. The main one is the blue one and this is the IDX line. However, we have 2 more lines and these are the DI positive and the DI negative. And to make it clearer for those of you who want to know details, the IDX indicator identifies whether there is a trend. So no matter if we are in an uptrend, you can see that the IDX rises. In this case, we are in a downtrend and still the IDX rises. It is a directional indicator. In other words, it rises whenever there is a trend, but it doesn't say in which direction. This is why we are using the 2 lines that are displayed, or these are the directional indicators. One is the DI positive and the other one is the DI negative. So what is the entry to buy? We buy every time when the DI positive crosses the DI negative upwards. For example, right at this moment, the positive DI crossed the negative DI. Here, they crossed in the opposite way. The positive DI, or the green one, crossed the negative DI downwards, which is the signal to sell. Now, after the trade is opened, we have 2 conditions to exit. One is with the indicator called Williams percent range. I will put it in a second. And 2, we have a stop loss and a take profit. So let me show you first the Williams percent range. I will go to insert indicators. I will go to oscillators. And here is the Williams percent range. As a period, I will increase it to 50. And as levels, we have by default -20 and -80, but I will change it to -70 and -30. So they always should sum to -100, okay? Here it is. I will click on OK and you will see it below the chart. So once we are in a trade, for example, if we have bought when the positive DI crosses the negative DI upwards, we will exit when the Williams percent range crosses the level line upwards, which means to cross the -70 upwards. For example, right over here, we have a signal to exit. And you can see that there was a trade right in here. So it opened at this moment, right after the green DI crossed the red DI, or the positive crossed the negative. On the opening of the next bar, there was a trade that opened. However, what happened with this example, it went on a profit, but then the market turned downwards. And you see that right over here, we have the signal to exit because the Williams% range crossed the level line upwards. And in the next opening of the bar, the trade was closed. Okay, this is an example of a losing trade, but it's good that I show as well losing trades, because remember that with every strategy there will be losing trades. Now let me show you one more example. Actually, there are plenty of examples because this is very active strategy on M5, but right over here I can see that we have a sell signal because the negative DI crosses the positive DI upwards. And on the opening of next bar, right over here, we should sell. Let me put a vertical line and a horizontal line, because this is the moment we should sell. And actually this example is right before I placed the robot on the MetaTrader. This is why you cannot see the arrows where the trade was executed. But here we should sell at 1821 something. Now this is the signal to sell, but when is the exit to close the trade? The very opposite from what we have from the long trade. So we should see the Williams% range crossing the -30 line downwards, and you can see that this happened right in here. Okay, so the Williams% range went above the -30, and when it crossed downwards, we should close the trade on the opening of the next bar. So let's see here, it went above, here it crossed, and on the opening of next bar right over here, we should close the trade and we take that profit, which is a distance of about $1. And if I just move it a little bit, we can see that the entry would be at 1821.90 down to 1820.30. So this is about $1.50. We sell at that level and we take the profit at that level. Now, $1.50 would mean $15 if we trade 0.1 lot, or it would mean $150 if we trade a complete lot, but that depends actually on the leverage you have in the account. And for the beginners, the leverage is how much you are borrowing from the broker to be able to open bigger positions from what you have in the account. And remember that using a huge leverage is risky because you may blow your account. So I usually use 1 to 30, 1 to 50, maximum 1 to 100. And as I've said, the strategy has stop loss and take profit, meaning that when I enter the short trade, for example, right over here, when I sell, I have to put a stop loss $30 above the entry, and I have to put a take profit $25 below the entry. Okay, if I right click and go to expert advisors properties, you will see that these are the values. It is in pips, but because we have 2 digits with the broker, this means that the stop loss is $30 and the take profit is $25, or the stop loss in this case should be at 1851.89. Okay, and the take profit should be $25 lower, but as you can see, we exit because of the Williams% range. Now this is really simple strategy because it uses one indicator to entry, a second indicator to exit, and we have stop loss and take profit. And if you wonder how I know that these are the best parameters for the indicators, I use the AI Studio, which is a professional tool. Let me bring it on my recording screen. So here it is. You can see that I have the IDX, or it is called directional indicators, right over here with the Williams percent range and the stop loss and the take profit. You can see what is actually the result from the balance chart, and this is trading with 0.1. If I increase it to 1 and I click on accept, you will see that it makes average over $523 for the last 4 months or so. This is the period I'm testing it. So that's an advanced software we've been using in the academy to analyze strategies, to trade, to create new ones, and to analyze the robots. And what I can show you is that it saves a lot of time for me, because if I change just the period of the directional indicators or the IDX to 10, there is a difference, right? If I increase it to 11, I can see a difference, and this saves a lot of time because I can easily find that 9 or even 8 shows better result. Okay, and from there I can export it as a robot with one click. Now guys, this robot is attached in the description below. You can download it and test it yourself. Go back test it, and if you don't know how to install MetaTrader, place the robot and back test it, check out this video. I will put it down in the description as well, where I have described the whole process. I really hope you have found this strategy useful, because you can use it really on any platform, because the IDX and the Williams percent range are very popular indicators. You just need to put them over the chart and follow the strategy. But as I already said, make sure to use it on a demo account first until you are comfortable with the strategy and until you are satisfied with the results. If this is not the right strategy for you, check out another one that I have shared recently for the dollar yen, and I hope that I will help you out finding the best strategy suitable for you as a trader. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video, and I will see you in another one.